Times have been tough lately. Fridays feel like Mondays, weekends like weekdays. But soon, that will change. Because soon, we will have race day. A day to be thankful for those off the track while we root together for our drivers on it. A day when the red flag is lifted and the green flag flies again. A day that is just the beginning. NASCAR is back.
I'd rather get some neck. I said 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 I'd rather get some neck.
Alright, I just thought I'd go ahead and address this little rumor here that's been going around as of late in the community real quick with racing coming back this weekend. Decided it's a good time to address this rumor and give my thoughts on it. So, of course, we're no stranger to the controversy for Kyle Larson from about a month ago, when Larson lost his job after dropping the N-word in an iRacing stream. And, of course, Larson, he has completed the sensitivity training, but he is still suspended. I think NASCAR is just going to wait till it's appropriate time for him to come back. Let this all officially blow over. So, yeah, of course, we all know Larson lost everything in his NASCAR career. He lost his ride at Chip Ganassi, lost most of his sponsorship, including his partnership with Chevrolet. But there's this rumor going around that Larson is supposedly going to the 48 car. Let me ask y'all Hendrick fans something. Do you really think that after Chevrolet said they want nothing to do with Hendrick Motorsports, that Kyle Larson is just going to leave Ganassi and then waltz on over here to Hendrick Motorsports to drive the 48 car? He's going to waltz over to Hendrick, go to Chevy's premier flagship NASCAR team, the greatest dynasty in all of NASCAR and sports. Everyone says the Patriots' 6 titles in 18 years is impressive. Try Hendrick Motorsports' 12 championships in 21 years, folks. So you all think Larson's going to waltz on over here and come to Hendrick Motorsports and drive in the premier flagship team? And there are actually dumbass fans that actually think this is going to happen. That shit funny to me. Man, what kind of shit were you all on when if you think this rumor is going to happen? There is no way Larson is coming to Hendrick Motorsports. Any hope of Larson coming to Hendrick was killed when he dropped the N-word. You all think he's really coming to Hendrick Motorsports? Because you all say, oh, but Hendrick owns Chevrolet. He'll bring him over and make an exception. He ain't making no goddamn exception. Larson ain't coming over to drive no goddamn 48. Or if Larson's coming back to the Cup Series, it won't be in a Chevrolet team. Man, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. If anything, the only team I think Larson has a chance going to now is either a crapmobile team like a Go Fast or some shit like that, or he's either going to go to Stewart-Haas Racing and take the 14 car from Clint Bowyer at Stewart-Haas Racing. Because for my silly season predictions, I had Larson going to the 14 to replace Clint Bowyer. Because you look at Stewart-Haas's lineup, there is not one single driver that can go toe-to-toe with Harvick in a all-season championship battle. None of them are good enough. Maybe Cole Custer, but that's a couple years from now. Kyle Larson can come in and he can push Harvick to his limits immediately. Plus, Tony Stewart did say that if the opportunity presented itself, he would like to have Kyle Larson come over to Stewart-Haas. Plus, both of them have the dirt track background, which makes sense. And plus, plus, let's be real though, any team that takes on Larson now is going to have a lot of heat and controversy over that incident. And let's be real here, Tony Stewart is no stranger to controversy and heat. Because how many times in Tony Stewart's career has he said a lot of controversial shit in his career? About NASCAR and the sport in general and the racing and the product on the track? Like, how many times? Like, Jesus, he's said it so many times. He's really been very critical of the sport and the direction it's been going in the last number of years. If there's any team that's willing to take that much kind of heat and controversy, it's definitely Stewart-Haas. And let's be real, Hendrick Motorsports is going to want to bring somebody over that has sponsorship. Because if you look at the recent rumors, there's been rumors that Brad Keselowski is still coming to Hendrick Motorsports, but now no longer to the 48. Because now it's been rumored that Keselowski is going to the 88 car. And then they're going to move Alex Bowman over to the 48. Because Hendrick wants to keep Bowman, but there's one tiny problem. Bowman still has a lot of sponsorship issues. The good news is that the 48 car has Ally Financial locked up as a sponsor for all 36 races till at least I think it's 2022. So in terms of that front, you move Bowman over to the 48 car, that solves his sponsorship problems. And then the 88 car has also had a lot of sponsorship issues the last couple of years too. And Brad Keselowski, if he comes over, he does bring some sponsorship with him that... I believe he brings Made in Detroit parts with him. I believe he brings the Lion Struck parts with him too, along with Worth. I think he brings over Freightliner too, or SKF. He would also bring over Discount Tire too, since Discount Tire's been Keselowski's main sponsor since Xfinity. So he does bring a lot of sponsorship over. So you move Keselowski to the 88. That solves the 88 sponsorship issues too. It's a win-win for everybody. And you look at the Xfinity program, Noah Gragson is mediocre at best. And he brings no sponsorship value. Like, there was a reason why Rick Hendrick brought William Byron up to drive the 5now24 car. Because William Byron brought a sponsor over with him, which was Liberty University. The same school that Byron goes to right now. And you want to take that extra sponsorship on too, because more sponsors equal more money. At the end of the day, it's about who can bring over the most money. In the end, it's all about business. It's all about the money. Who brings that money over? That moolah. Money, money, money. You look at Gragson, he brings no sponsors over with him. Now, with Justin Allgaier, he would bring a sponsor over. He'd bring Brandon over with him, too. The problem is, though, Allgaier doesn't want to come up the cup. Allgaier is pretty content on staying in Xfinity and becoming the new modern-day Elliott Sadler. Only difference is that he can win more often than Elliott Sadler can. So, yeah, I think it's obvious that Hendrick wants to go with Keselowski. Plus, here's an interesting fact for everybody that some of you may not know about. If Hendrick goes with Allgaier or Larson or Eric Jones or even Noah Gragson, it would mark the first time since 1993 that all of Hendrick's driver lineup will not consist of a former champion. Because ever since 1994, Hendrick Motorsports has had at least one former champion drive one of his cars. It started in 94 with Terry Labonte, and it's been continuing ever since. Especially when he had Jeff Gordon win 4 titles in a 7-year span. And he had Jimmy Johnson's championship run of like 7 titles in 11 years. And I imagine Hendrick wants to keep that streak alive at all costs. Plus, pairing on Brad Keselowski with Chase Elliott, that would be a pretty deadly combo. And that would really put Hendrick Motorsports back on the map and bring the dynasty back. And the evil Hendrick Empire will be back to reign supreme. A contend with the Joe Gibbs and the Penskes. Plus, I think one of the reasons Penske doesn't want to re-sign Brad is that I think Penske wants to retool everything and they want to get younger. Because they already extended Joey Logano and they have Ryan Blaney extended too. Brad Keselowski is not extended. And there's been rumors that they want to put Austin Cindric in Cup in 2021 and have him drive the 2 car. Either that or they're going to move Matt DiBenedetto to the 2 and have Cindric drive the 21 at Wood Brothers. Since the 21 car is effectively a fourth Penske car. With the whole alliance thing. So yeah, for silly season, I have Austin Cindric going to the 2. So yeah, a former champion getting replaced by a talentless rich kid. Oh boy, where have we seen this before? And in terms of Stewart-Haas, I think Larson goes to the 14 because Stewart-Haas has a decision to make. They have to decide because both Clint Bowyer and Eric Almirola's contracts are up at the end of the year. And I think they're in a situation where they can only keep one. And I honestly think the Stewart should keep Almirola. Almirola has more of a ceiling than Bowyer. Bowyer's pretty much really been mediocre at best in that 14 car. And he's pretty much overstayed his welcome. Plus, Bowyer's getting up there in age, like he's on the other side of 40 now. So it makes sense. So yeah, that's what I think here. And we already know the 42 and 2021 is going to be occupied by Ross Chastain. There's no debate there. Keselowski, Kenseth's only warming that seat up for Ross Chastain. No doubt. So Ross can continue the rest of the year and battle for a championship. So yeah, here are my silly season predictions for right now. I have Cindric to the 2 car. I got Kyle Larson to the 14. I think Bowyer's going to probably be out of a ride by the end of the year. Like I said in my season predictions at the start of the year, I think Ross Chastain goes to the 42. And I got Brad Keselowski going to the 88 and then Alex Bowman to the 48. So yeah, that's my predictions, It'll be interesting to see who's going to replace Jimmy Johnson in 2021. Who's going to have the honor of replacing the 7-time champ. But anyway, you know who this is. This is C-RadTV. Thought I'd just knock this out of the park real quick for you all. Can't wait to see real racing back this weekend at Darlington. Gonna be a little different with no fans in the crowd, but oh well. Can't wait. See you all there. Peace.